What's up, people? Harley here. So this is my review of the Gamestick from Wish. I paid $65 for it, and it's got like 40,000 games or something like that. Pretty much everything from Atari to PlayStation. Like, as you can see, like, it's got Nintendo 64, PlayStation, it's got Nintendo DS, PSP games, Sega SG-1000, Mega Drive, Sega Genesis, Dreamcast, Sega CD, Neo Geo Pocket, Virtual Boy. I don't know why they got Virtual Boy on here. That was a terrible system. And there's only 29 games. Like, they could have used that storage for some of the other games. But Game Boy Color, Family Computer, which is Famicom, Capcom games. They got all the Street Fighter games, all the Marvel games, including Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Street Fighter, like, you know, Street Fighter vs. X-Men, and they all work excellent. The only thing is, yeah, see, they even got like Sega Master System, 32X, Sega Game Gear, Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo. They got 6,400 games of Super Nintendo, and they got, what is it, 5,500 games for the regular Nintendo. So, and I've noticed with the older games, they pretty much work perfect. Like Atari, Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, the games pretty much go off without a hitch. It's only when you get to the newer consoles, like PlayStation, Nintendo 64, Nintendo DS, PSP, Dreamcast, those games are kind of hit and miss. Some of them will work, some of them won't, because it's like they haven't really perfected that yet. But just for an example, like PSP, they got Def Jam Fight for New York. That one works really good. I played it. It's excellent. Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai 2. That one works really good. Also, Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, played that. Works really good, you know, without a hitch. And then what else is there? Okay, now let's go to Nintendo 64. So this Brunswick Bowling works perfect. Duke Nukem works perfect. The GoldenEye 007 works perfect. Killer Instinct, on the other hand, during the first fight, the game will freeze. It's done this 3 times. The game doesn't work. Mario Kart 64 works perfect. Conker's Bad Fur Day, they played it. Obviously, it's got a huge long intro or whatever, but as far as I played it, it works perfect. Cruising USA works perfect, but Diddy Kong Racing does not work. Like, it will not even load, which is really sad because I was really hoping to play that. But it's just like, majority of the games work, and they work without a hitch. The ones that don't, like, it's got Super Smash Bros, but again, like, it glitches a little bit, and then I think it's the third battle I got into, the game froze. And I don't know if it's going to do that every time, but, you know, like I said, like, majority of the games work, some of them don't. But it's just like, for $65, what do you expect? Like, most of these games you can't even buy for $65, let alone, you know, be able to play them. Yeah, like, they got Grand Theft Auto 2, Dragon Ball Z, like, and pretty much all the popular titles for, like, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis. They got all the Sonic games and that, Super Mario, Donkey Kong Country, like, and they all work. But it's just the newer systems, it seems to struggle with. But like I said, for $65, you really can't go wrong. Like, I'd spend $65 on this all day long. Like, my other Gamestick, my 4K Lite, it took me 6 hours to go through every single game, and that was 10,000 games. But I went through every single page or whatever, and it took me 6 hours. and it lets you highlight your favorites, like X here, favorites, then Y, you can search titles. Like if you're looking for a specific game, you can literally look it up right here, and you can find out if it has it or not. And so it's just like for $65 on Wish, fucking go for it. It's called the Gamestick 3D X2 game box or whatever. I'll attach another video next to this one I'll show you what the box looks like and what the game stick looks like. But yeah, $65. It pretty much works. It works really well. Like Dreamcast, there's only 18 games. I wish there was more games, but it's just like, look, Marvel vs. Capcom 2. You know, that game alone is like over $200 to buy. An 18-wheeler, Crazy Taxi, House of the Dead 2. Like, I haven't tried House of the Dead 2, but it's just like I said, like majority of the games work without a hitch. And the ones that don't work, it's unfortunate, but it's just like you're spending $65, so it's just like, obviously it's not going to be completely perfect or whatever. In my opinion, if you wanted one of these things that works like pretty much flawlessly, spend the money and get the RetroCat gaming system. Like what it is, it's literally like a little thing that plugs into your TV. It's like a little mini console, and same thing, it's got like 40,000-50,000 games, everything from Atari to like PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. And I've seen the reviews, it works really well, but the thing's like $300 and some dollars. But it's just like, for $300 and some dollars, you're getting all the retro games, like freaking 10 consoles or whatever, and it works flawlessly. But it's over $300 compared to $65 for this. But like I said, some of the games on here work, some of them don't. But what do you expect for $65? But honestly, I give this like a 7 or an 8 out of 10 for the price. Oh fuck! Like being able to play like Sonic the Hedgehog and like Donkey Kong Country, 007, GoldenEye, and then like Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, yeah, like you can't go wrong with that. So I give this like an 8 out of 10. Battle Tank, like Bio Freaks, Bust a Move. And of course, it's going to have Contra, Castlevania, all those classics. Obviously, there's some popular titles that it doesn't have, but like I don't see Donkey Kong 64 in here. I don't see Pokemon Stadium. It does have F-Zero X. But it's just like, yeah, for $65. It's worth it all day. I'd pay that all day for this. But yeah, just thought I'd make this video to show you a review on it and give you my opinion on it. But yeah, that's the Gamestick from Wish. Thanks for watching.